Namaskar. My name is Roma Abhyankar. Thank you for tuning in to watch this video. This week we look at the root cause of sorrow and finding a solution for it in the Bhagavad Gita. On some days we find ourselves quite bothered by the things around us. At times it's pressure at work, or it could be because someone said something bad to us. Or sometimes it's unhappiness with the situation itself. What this does is that it leads to sorrow, dejection, and ultimately impacts our peace of mind. There is no magic brush that can just wipe away the sorrow from our lives. But there is a solution, and this solution can be found in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Let's dive into a few concepts in the third Adhyay of the Gita titled Karma Yoga and look for an antidote to sorrow. To fulfill a duty, one does some kind of an action, right? This action results in the accumulation of deeds, and these deeds are what can be termed as our karma. As individuals, we're always wary of the karmas we accumulate. We don't want to have any bad karma following us around, especially for no fault of ours. Now one might think, hey, if I don't do any action, I won't have to bear the brunt of accumulating any karma. If only it was that simple. Right at the beginning, in the 5th shloka of the Adhyay, Shri Krishna tells Arjuna that karma is inherent in Prakriti. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma krit karyate yavashak karma sarva prakriti jair gunaihi. This shloka simply tells us that everyone is forced to act and cannot refrain from doing anything at all because of the very nature of Prakriti. Our actions, our karma is a part of Prakriti. How we perform these actions depends upon the context of the situation. For instance, a student has to follow all of the disciplinary measures when he or she is at school. An employee is expected to be punctual at work and follow all norms of the organization. These are actions performed given the context of the situation. The bottom line being, us humans are a part of Prakriti. Therefore, escaping or even renouncing our karma is a vain attempt. Krishna advises Arjuna to do his prescribed duty, which is better than not working at all. With no work, we would find it difficult even to maintain our physical body, he says. There are some actions that we perform which are known as nitya karma or obligatory duties. These are the practices which we follow daily and are even prescribed in Hinduism. For example, snan, sandhya vandanam, upasana, etc. Focus your energy on the action and don't escape your responsibility by doing nothing at all. These obligatory duties then build onto bigger duties such as the ones in our professional life, our academic life, or even our social life. The last key takeaway on karma from the Adhyay is in Shloka 35. Shreyan Swadharmo vigunav paradharmat swanishthitat swadharme nidhanam shreyav paradharmo bhayavaha. Now this is a tricky one. Shri Krishna forewarns Arjuna through the shloka that one must do one's prescribed duty, one's swadharma, even if it's fraught with faults. Because doing somebody else's prescribed duty is dangerous. Swadharma is your own duty. Arjuna, from a very young age, was trained by his Guru Dronacharya, in the art of warfare, and he was mighty good at it. His Swadharma was to be a warrior. And when the time came, all he needed to do was to step up and fulfill his Swadharma. But something was holding him back. The idea of fighting with his own grandfather, his cousins, was creating a turmoil in his heart, and he wished to escape. If not war, at times we too have felt the need to escape, avoid, or even ignore the duty at hand. The reasons could be any: boredom, fear, hatred, or even the lack of confidence in our own skills. But Sri Krishna puts his foot down on this one and states that abandoning our duty and trying to do somebody else's duty is harmful. It's a sign of a weak mind. Doing your own duty builds character. For example, if you feel sorrowful in your professional setting, why not address the reason? Is it because you feel your current work doesn't do justice to your skill set? If so, how about talking to your manager about the underlying issue? Are you sorrowful because somebody said something to you? Well, open the communication lines and tell the person that what they said was inappropriate. Are you unhappy with the way life is moving? Why not review the situation? Take a little break. Or even better yet, invest some time in learning a new skill. As you can see, while it's hard to believe, sorrow arises because you haven't taken an action yet. The actions one performs are a part of our progress in life. Not just our progress as human beings, but also our progress as spiritual beings. I'll see you next time with some more wisdom as we walk on the path of self-knowledge or Atmanyan. Until then, make sure you put action before anything else. Dhanyavad.